Hi, this is Chris Wong with another workout video. For this video, I'll spend time talking about more on consistency and wrap rolls above the knee. So I started off this exercise with working on my tibialis anterior. So I just grabbed like my green band and I attach it to my foot while sitting back and stretching. And I did find that we don't work out the tibialis anterior enough. So it is the muscle that supports the outer shin to help flex the toes towards the knee, because we're used to doing like calf raises, and I noticed the tibialis anterior, it's great for supporting the shock if like stretching the calves too fast. While I was doing this exercise, I realized it also helps my knee as well, indirectly, because I did find as the band was pulling my foot, it was kind of like decompressing my knee ligaments. And also, after watching a video of another video on YouTube, and it said, if you work out your tibialis anterior and work out the calves, it will help reduce strain on the knees. So that's why I started doing these consistently in majority of my workouts. I also started adding hip flexor workouts because I was looking up on why hip flexors kept getting tight despite I kept working on my glutes and I kept foam rolling my hip flexors. Then I came across the information that hip flexors can get tight due to weakness as a way to protect itself. So now I started doing a band around the foot and pulling my knee towards my face, just to the best as I can. And I generally try to aim for higher reps. So I'll try to do anywhere between 15 and 30 reps per leg. And I do it this way because it also does get a stretch in my knee as well. And it's very difficult to work out the hip flexor with like a dumbbell or a weight plate. So now, here I am deciding what to do for a workout. I still want to do full body workouts as always. And I decided to do dips again with the rings. I usually pick ring dips because the setup is very quick. I could be doing like bench pressing, but I do find, due to the amount of space I have and only one power rack at home, and just moving equipment around, it does take time to move all the equipment around. And right here, I'm doing band face pulls because I actually forgot to do them earlier. I did find that activating the rear delts is important. I didn't want to just save it for the end of the workout. And that way, I know it's done already. And when the rear delts get stronger, I find it reduces shoulder pain because they don't get used enough. And this is something I like to be consistent in. I don't want to just wait till pain shows up, then I start doing the exercise and then forget about doing them. Otherwise, it will slow down the results. So I do think it's very important to be very consistent in correction exercises and some of the exercises you're trying to build strength for. So even though I was consistent on dips in the last couple months, I even tried doing dips again with my 40-pound vest. And I think I ended up just doing like 7 reps. And then due to timing and trying to fit other exercises, I only attempted it once. So doing exercises is not about just trying to do it once and hopefully you get results. Or like New Year's resolution, like ate so much food, now got to go to the gym and work out. And then when it comes to like February, March, then I'm done. It doesn't work that way for long-term results. We got to actually go to the gym, whether it's the actual public gym, a private gym, or your own home gym, and got to be consistent with your own workouts. Now, variety is good, but at the same time, you don't want to have too much variety and then keep on switching the variety around all the time. When I'm talking about variety, I'm talking about like always keep changing the rep ranges too often just because certain rep range didn't work, or if changing exercises too much. Like there are carryover between switching a variation of exercise, but I did find that also the movement pattern has to be very similar in order for it to carry forward. So one of the reasons why I'm more consistent with band hip thrusts is it is an exercise I like to really contract those glutes. I do find like it's as I progress in the warm-up and then adding more bands, it doesn't take that long. It's just when I get towards the end, it just takes time to take the bands off. Or if I want to get up in between sets, it would be more challenging. So even when I do a set, I make sure everything's like around me. Like make sure I have like a water bottle. And I noticed that because I've actually attempted this exercise on a regular basis, I don't get as much lower back pain or as much knee pain. And I did find like when I don't do this exercise often and try to carry forward from other glute variations, sometimes it felt like I got stronger when I did the exercise again because I gave my nervous system a break. But then there were times like I actually forgot the movement that it actually took several sets until it felt like the strength I had before. So here I am doing as many bands as I have at home, and I think I tried to aim for 8 reps for the first couple sets. So when it comes to like being consistent with any progress, it does take time. Like no one expects results within, it does take time to get results. And I know there's people that expect results after a couple days, but a lot of times in fitness, it takes maybe a few months before noticeable results come in. But there is progress per session slowly. So we just have to have patience in order to progress. Like I know over the years I had trouble putting on more strength than the average person who posts video on YouTube, because I know I'm not as strong as many YouTubers. I chose the lifestyle to be natural. I do not want to use performance enhancing drugs. I choose the diet I have right now. I like having low carb breakfasts, sometimes low carb lunches, and then I'll cheat a bit on dinner and have much higher carbs and enjoy maybe a couple snacks. And because of that, I became consistent for the last like 8 or 10 years, and that's one of the reasons why I'm much leaner than I was over 10 years ago when I was in my early 20s. So I started doing front squats for the session because I some reason I want to fit in squats just to be consistent with the exercise. And I'm doing this one inside the power rack because I want to use more weight than what I was practicing lately. So here I am trying to do 3 reps of 195 pounds. And I'm pretty sure I've done it with 205 pounds before, but I didn't want to overload my nervous system because I haven't done it for so long. So I just did 195 as a precaution. And then I've decided to finish my workout with rack pulls. So here I am. I started with 225 and then just doing shrugs first. And then I eventually go up to power shrugs. And then as the weights get heavier, then I try doing rack pulls with a little bit more strict form, like trying not to lean back too much. And then as the weights got really heavy, I did it more of a cheating style, which it altered my form. And realized I turned it into more of I put my knees underneath the bar and then try to add leverage by leaning back. Once I got to like 765 pounds. Now, I did used to post a lot of rack pull videos in the past for like single reps, trying to max out on them. And I don't do that anymore. Is there any carryover to deadlifts doing that? I would say most times there's no carryover between doing rack pulls above the knee in the conventional stance and trying to do a conventional deadlift because the movement pattern was a lot different. But rack pulls above the knee did have the benefit of trying to teach myself what the weight felt like holding near top, as it did feel a lot different on the upper back, the traps. Even though I didn't lift with the proper hip hinge pattern in order to get the weight up, it can be very taxing on the abs as well, and build good core strength. Because even trying to stand with like really heavy weight or even walk with it, it's very challenging on the core. So in a way, it may have some carryover, like in terms of core strength or trying to build the strength up faster. But if trying to do a cheating rack pull of like 800 to 1,000 pounds, if you're expecting to get your deadlift up to like 600 pounds right away, it won't work that way. There are two different completely leverages, two different starting points. But now with my knee injury, I don't do 1 rep max rack pulls anymore.